The most common way to calculate a cross product is to use a 3x3 determinant, but chances are many of us who haven't seen a 3x3 determinant in a while. So we're going to do a quick recap on how to compute a 3x3 determinant. That way we can use it to help us calculate cross products. So a 2x2 determinant is much easier to calculate because you just do product down a diagonal minus product down the other diagonal. But with a 3x3 determinant, we have to expand along the first row. In reality, you could expand on any row or column that you want, but for the sake of calculating a cross product in this class, we'll always expand along the first row. The way that you do this is you take the first entry in the first row, that's 2, and then you're going to cross off the terms directly below it and horizontal to it. That's going to create a small 2x2 matrix. Once you've done that, wipe the slate clean, move on to the next entry in that row. If the first entry we have not changed the sign, it was positive, it stays positive. In the next entry we have to change the sign. So this will be minus. I'll use 5, that's the second entry. I'll cross everything off below 5 and horizontal with it. The remaining numbers create a 2x2 matrix. Once I do that, wipe the slate clean, move on to the next entry. Now, I kept the sign for the first entry. I changed the sign in the second entry, alternate again, keep the sign in the third entry. So I'm adding a -1 times, cross off everything below it and horizontal with it to make a 2x2 matrix with the remaining numbers. Now that I have that, I'm going to go ahead and multiply out each of the 2x2 matrices. So let's start with this first one here. I'm going to multiply down the diagonal starting from the top right to the bottom left. So that looks like 1 times 4. Then I'm going to multiply the opposite diagonal, top right to bottom left. That looks like 3 times 3. I add those products together. Just kidding, we subtract those products. And then I'm going to bring down the 2 that's multiplying out front. I'll repeat that process for the next 2 determinants. Then we'll clean everything up, simplify as much as possible. And finally, I get -19. So this 3x3 determinant, we expanded along the top row, creating a bunch of 2x2 matrices. We evaluated each of the 2x2 matrices and then simplified using order of operations. We're going to use the same process in calculating a cross product in the next video.